It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Howdy, howdy. Good morning to you on Monday. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. We'll talk about the weekend coming up and weather, but we'll begin with news.
Yeah, it looks like Springfield voters could decide the fate of the long-standing Hotel of Terror attraction. The owner, Sterling Mathis, submitted signatures to try to get it on the ballot before the city can initiate eminent domain. Right now, those signatures are still being verified. Springfield leaders are planning to bulldoze the building to redo and beautify the Jordan Creek area in downtown Springfield. But if there are enough valid signatures, they have to be registered voters. The city will either reverse its decision for eminent domain or place the issue on the ballot. So we'll see which one.
That's a creative idea, and if it works, man, oh man, that's something.
It's interesting. We'll see. Soon. We'll see soon. Early voting is underway in the Ozarks and here in Springfield. The Springfield Greene County Library Center on South Campbell will open as a second location where you can go and early vote. It's a satellite site of sorts for the no excuse absentee voting for the April 4th election. It is happening there and, of course, at the courthouse as well. It starts tomorrow at the Library Center through April 3rd. You can go vote from 9 to 4 at one of those two locations. It allows registered voters, of course, to cast a ballot without having to declare a reason for being absent on the actual election day.
Yeah, so it's basically early voting that starts about 2 weeks prior to, and this is second election I think they've had that for. Osage Beach residents, today's the day they could get a look at a big development coming to town. $300 million resort and entertainment district supposed to come in later this year, called the Oasis at Lakeport. A St. Louis developer is planning to build it. And tonight at 6 o'clock, Osage Beach City Hall, residents can get a look at that development and weigh in on what you think. But that's going to be a big one, $300 million.
Yeah, the pictures of it look neat, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's always the caveat, so there's definitely going to be people, I'm sure, for and against, but tonight's the night.
Makes sense for a St. Louis developer to be planning that because so many people from St. Louis go to Lake of the Ozarks all summer long. State lawmakers are set to get back to session this week, and down in Arkansas, there's a bill that will challenge the state's current abortion ban. If the bill passes, it would allow exceptions for an abortion if the mother's health is at risk, for example. Right now, the near total abortion ban provides no exceptions. So that's happening down in Arkansas. We will be watching that. And then a quick check of the weather. Yesterday was a nice day in the Ozarks, not so much up in Kansas City where I was. It was freezing cold as we were watching soccer games. I mean, we were sitting blankets, winter coats. It was about 40 degrees with a Kansas City wind blowing. But here in the Ozarks, Sarah told me that she was riding her bike yesterday. So apparently it was beautiful.
It was nicer than I was anticipating. I had a conference that I was speaking at this weekend, and so I did not get to go to KC. And Ethan called and was complaining about the blankets and the hats that he was wearing. And I was literally on my bicycle in a tank top and shorts. And it was lovely.
Yeah, I told all the other parents, and I reported back to them, and they were not happy. Not happy. We were very jealous of the weather. But anyway, today's Monday, 53 degrees for the high, 52 or 51 or 2 tomorrow, 60 for the high. Wednesday, it'll be a nice day, 60 and sunny. Thursday, 69, and then storms come in Thursday and Friday. So there you go.
Okay. Citing the decline of mental health in young people, Utah just became the first state to require a parental consent before a minor can use social media. It also puts a curfew on use, making it impossible for children to use it between 10:30 p.m. and 6:30 a.m. Meanwhile, nationally, Missouri Senator Josh Hawley is sponsoring a bill in the Congress to keep anyone younger than 16 off social media.
Yeah, I don't know if it's for real or not, but it seems like there's kind of a growing sentiment toward that as we see, you see the studies where damage is being done to young people, and the whole TikTok thing as well. It seems like lawmakers are maybe moving toward a ban. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, and from both sides too. Like both parties are kind of getting behind the idea of that. I like the idea of keeping them off social media until age 16.
It makes a
Um,
parent's job a lot easier if that's the case.
yeah. So, and I'm all about that.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, we don't have, social media yet, but I know the day's coming. So,
Well, and
um,
I would say making a parent's job easier is the bonus to the whole thing. The number one thing is helping kids not have so many problems.
right. But yes, I gotcha. I'm tracking with you, Mr. Forhats.
Gotcha.
Okay. One of the city's largest homeless camps has been shut down by Springfield police. It happened at the end of last week in Northeast Springfield at the former site of the drive-in movie theater on Kearney. City leaders say around 40 people are known to stay at that location. Springfield officers actually gave them 3 days to vacate the property. Of course, a very tough and challenging situation for those unsheltered individuals. All right, we told you about this last month in February, but there's a little bit of an update. The CDC recalled some very popular eye drops. They are called EzriCare, EZRI, EzriCare, or Delsum Pharma's artificial tears. If you haven't gotten the memo, those are recalled.
Stop
Here's
using.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the problem. Now there is word that 2 more people have died after using those eye drops, with several others experiencing vision loss. Scientists say that it is in connection to a drug-resistant bacteria that those eye drops apparently have. 68 people across multiple states have been diagnosed with infections from the bacteria, and 3 people have died and 8 people have lost their vision.
That's unbelievable. I mean, I don't use eye drops very often, but I've used them in the past without even thinking about it. But now, if I were to use them again, man, oh man, I'm going to really have to use eye drops to use eye drops again, because death and loss of vision, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, from eye drops. I mean, as someone who also doesn't use eye drops, I don't think we get it. My mom has to use them regularly.
Phew.
Um, and I'm always kind of like, you're fine, but like maybe not. You know what I mean? Also, it's always amazing to me anytime you go to the dentist and they talk about your heart, like the condition of your heart being affected by your teeth. That one also always gets me because
Yeah.
you think, well, so what if I have a bad tooth? You know what I mean? But it isn't a so what situation. So nor are the eye drops apparently, but EzriCare and Delsum Pharma's artificial tears.
Wow. Okay. You heard about the tragic situation that happened Friday night into Saturday morning. A series of tornadoes, Mississippi especially, killing 26 people. Just horrific. President Biden has approved disaster relief in the wake of those tornadoes. Springfield-based Convoy of Hope was responding and is currently responding. Began immediately responding to the needs of people there. As we saw the devastation, trucks left Springfield Saturday morning and began delivering supplies down there late Saturday, again on Sunday, and throughout this week, as we get to see more and more of that damage and destruction in that part of our country. Just heartbreaking. And then meanwhile, while those storms were moving through, 2 tigers escaped a safari park in central Georgia, like real tigers. They were missing for quite some time before they were eventually recaptured using tranquilizer darts. And fortunately, no one was hurt by the tigers, in addition to what had already happened because of the tornadoes. Crazy. A Springfield businessman had quite a week, that's for sure. John Lopez won a World Series of Poker tournament in Tulsa, earning almost $146,000 playing poker. He owns the first dispensary to open in Springfield after medical marijuana was approved by voters. He's also had his hand in a few other business ventures as well. But that was a big W in the World Series of Poker for him.
Yeah, good for John Lopez. That's really cool. Good job, deer hunters, as well. You provided quite a haul for the Share the Harvest program. Ethan and Griffin did not add to that number. The program, of course, offers deer meat, venison, to the needy in our state. They donated 235,000 pounds of deer meat this year, and the food banks and the pantries all across the state say it will be put to good use.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great program, and so generous of the hunters to go out and do that and donate the meat. So super cool.
Yep. All right. And we will end with this. Springfield parents can go celebrate a new school building today. The students have already moved in, but today it's official. The official ribbon cutting for the new York Elementary School happening today at 3:30. That's at 2100 West Nickel Street. Also, if you are interested in the new Jarrett Middle School, that ribbon cutting will happen on April 3rd.
Okay, very cool. Hey, one more thing. We've been keeping you up to date on St. Louis City Soccer Club, the brand new
Yeah.
MLS team.
5-0.
5-0 now. They have the best uh, inaugural season record for any team ever in the MLS. They have won 5 games and lost 0 games in their history. Another win came over the weekend, 4-0. 4 goals is a lot in soccer, and they scored 4, gave up 0, perfect shutout. So, man, St. Louis City is playing really, really well. We were up in Kansas City, and a bunch of people went to the Kansas City sporting game, and they unfortunately lost Saturday night. But St. Louis City, 5-0 to start
It's
the very
exciting.
young season. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go to one of those games.
Well, they're selling out every game. Tickets are really expensive because the people who have tickets are offering them for a lot of money in case anybody wants to buy them. So I think that'll probably continue through the season, especially if they keep winning, which is just unreal.
Yep.
But yeah, I want to go too.
All right. Well, happy Monday, everybody. Yeah, you survived the weekend, and here we are again.
All right. Have a great week, and we will see you back here tomorrow, bright and early.
Bye.